Welcome back, my Super Soul Sisters, and I wanted to chat to you today about business tip because it's, Thriving Thursdays. We do that. And I wanted to speak to you today about getting real clear about your target audience. Now, a lot of people, I know it's an old sort of theme, really. People talk about it, oh, you've got to know who you're selling to. I think where a lot of people sort of go a little off track is that they don't refine that target market really well. So it's getting, it's like, oh yes, I sell to ladies. Okay, well, ladies of what age? Oh, I sell to ladies who are, mums. Okay, so now you've refined it to mums. Okay, well, are they mums with young babies? Are they mums with older kids, old babies, older kids, are they, in what particular way are they actually using your product or your service? So it might be that, if it's anti-aging, or if it's you're tired and worn out and you're selling a supplement, or if you're in tourism, you're targeting mums who can do activities with families that can cater for a young kid, or young children, plural. So this is one of the things that I just wanted to sort of like help people to get their head around, because quite often, I go, oh yeah, the target audience, oh, the audience, yeah, that's easy. I know that. But really, when you get down to it, you can blow a lot of cash out the door with your marketing if you don't get this right. And it's actually takes a bit of getting on top of, like getting really refined. So for example, like you could have mums with young kids. Now, if you're mums with young kids, the types of activities that they are actually going to be doing are going to be probably a bit different to ones where the kids are teenagers. All right. So the young ones, for example, might be, they have something called in New Zealand like mini muscles, and they have all these like, swim schools and things like this that are catered for those little babies, those young infants, or younger kids. So they, the mums often congregate in areas where it's like ballet and dance classes, swimming classes, little mini muscle activity things. We have something called what's it called, chipmunks, which in South Africa I think is called jungle jimmies or something, where it's like inflatable stuff that they can climb up on, and they can be active while the mums are able to actually have a cup of coffee or tea. So you see, in that instance, if you're selling something, trying to get in, like, having posters and ads that are on jungle jimmies or chipmunks, or where they advertising. We've got something called like Plunket here, which is where it's a government organization that helps monitor where the baby's the right weight at a certain age and all that sort of thing. But they often have talks, they often have things like antenatal groups, it's that sort of thing. So getting your information, your business information in front of those people, if that were your target market in this example, would be to be in all those places. So you've got to wear the hat of the person that you're actually targeting, and then have the conversation as if you were talking to that mum in your marketing material. So you wouldn't be talking about formulas and sleep patterns and the right kind of exercise for, like for this one example I was thinking of was a lady who did really well, because she was a gym, I don't know if she was a gymnastic, but she was a trainer before she had her two kids, and she had a prolapsed bladder, I think it was, from it. And so she catered specific exercises to mums who had that problem, and how to tighten up your inner core, specifically around the pelvic floor. And it really took off. She made millions. She literally made millions because she got not only so niche, she knew what she wanted to do. Remember, I was talking to you before in previous videos about having a unique selling position while you're over somebody else. Well, getting really refined on your target market is really, really going to help you. So in this instance, that's exactly the type of market that she would have gone for. It would have been, all the social media. Where do they hang out? It'll be online mum groups. It would be online forums that they communicate on. It might be people who sell nappies. It might be, so these are all places where you could advertise. So start thinking about, yes, that's where I always buy my baby food, or that's where I always buy my formula. And if it's a private company, the bigger companies, you may not have much success actually advertising on their site. But wherever those mums are, just think like that person is, and then walk in their shoes. Literally go, this is something that I actually learned from my mother, which is like, walk as if you are walking in the shoes of that person. And how would they think, and what would they do, and where do they go, and who do they speak to, and how do they like to be spoken to, and what's missing, what's not being catered for? How can you fill the gaps in around that? And that will help you get real clear on what your target market is, what age bracket they are, what demographic type they are. So are they male, female? Are they what sort of activities do they do? Where do they hang out? These are all things that you can really get really nutted down on, and the more specific you are, the more success you are likely to have in your marketing material, because your message is going to, what I call, trigger their hot buttons. It'll go, okay, do you know what, that is relevant to me, that's relevant to me, that's relevant to me. If you can get at least three of your top hot button messages in there, like trigger, they're going to start listening to you. They're going to go, oh, okay, yes, I get it, I understand, she gets me, or he gets me, or and this actually could help me. I can't get that somewhere else, but I can get it with you. So when you get very, very clear and precise, and it's normally very niche, it's a very specific message quite often. And then again, you don't want to waste your money blowing it in general targets. So don't go and advertise in areas where you advertise. Like, this is one of the things that I love about Facebook and Google. As much as I love them, they're very helpful in a lot of ways. You do need to get a lot of the setup that they have is automated for you. Like, I'm not a big fan of Ads Express. That really does drive me quite potty, because they cut out all the ability for you to add all the things that you need to add in order to get to your niche market. So they will burn quite a bit of your budget, in my humble opinion, or up to date at the point of doing this video, testing what might work in various areas. So they will, their goal is to get as much money off you as possible. They do want you to convert, so don't get me wrong, but you can streamline that process by being able to have more control over what your keywords are, what your messages are. They're taking a lot of that away, or have over the years, where it was like very targeted specific messages. Now they'll do things like in Google Ads, where you have rotating headlines, and then those, and even description text. So what they'll do is they'll serve up whatever ones are the top performers. Now, I don't mind doing that, as long as you're the one creating those tags, right? You can use your AI to help you refine those tags. So sometimes they'll come up with ideas as well, but I would definitely be going in there and then adapting it and refining it further, so that it is particularly relevant to your niche market that you're after. And that's where I think a lot of people lose a lot of faith in advertising, paid ads, is that they oh yeah, I tried that, it didn't work. Well, no, it won't work, because they were in the learning period and they've got to blow quite a bit of your budget before they can figure out what it is that you're actually selling and how you're selling it and who you got to sell it to. You can shortcut that now with, you know, if you do my AI marketing club, I teach you this stuff, so you know, and I'll show you how to use AI, when to use AI, how to improve on what it's come up with, how to get rid of the stuff that is suggested, sometimes even recommended, dare I say, were from the paid ads, and go, no, don't go this way, go this way, because otherwise, if you go that way, yes, you can do it, you will get there, it'll take you longer and it'll cost you more, with less conversions, or you can go this way. And when you do my AI marketing stuff, I teach you all of this. It's all the drilled down bits that's going to save you time and money, and not going to burn a hole in your pocket, trying to find out or trying to convert people and going, well, that should have worked, why didn't that work, I expected that to work, it was a recommendation. I don't think there's any malintent really, you know, from those that be. It's just that they don't know your business like you do. So I think when you can marry, I think by being able to marry your expertise with AI, being able to streamline things for you, plus the best of the paid ads, once you, or you know, whatever the case might be, in this particular instance I'm talking about paid ads, when you can amalgamate those three together, you've got a really good chance of converting somebody into a customer. Whereas normally people rely just on what's recommended, or they go wrong because they're just doing what AI is suggesting, which, you know, will give you some results, but sometimes it can really throw out some really odd stuff. And it's like, well, that if someone just ran with that and didn't fine tune it, then they're going to run into problems. And then you've got the other aspect of, if it's just relying on you and you don't know everything, then of course you're going to have a bit of a wobble. So when you merge those three aspects together, you've got a really good fighting chance of getting customers in a lot quicker, a lot faster, relevant messages. You're going to be able to deliver better results because you're going to have an idea of clarity about, you know, you're not everything to everybody. I did a video on that, didn't I, about don't try and be everything to everybody. When you get really clear on your niche and your target market, and you put those things together, combined with these tools, then you're going to be absolutely sweet. You've got a really good chance of things taking off if you haven't already started, or if you're kind of at a plateau in your business and you're like, I'm doing this, but I don't really know about that side and I don't have time. That AI Marketing Club will definitely help you. But it's cost effective, guys. It's, you know, an install every single month, and I teach you, there's 3.5 months in there of absolute gold. It's all the latest stuff that's just come out. It's being upgraded on a daily basis. It'll blow your mind what you can do, what you can actually do with it. But it merges all those components together so that you've got a really good chance of being truly successful or lifting your game. If you're in a business that's kind of plateaued, you want to go to the next level, or you're running campaigns and you're just not quite getting the results you're after, or you want to improve them, then, you know, amalgamating what I'm telling you here combined with what I actually show you in the AI Marketing Club will absolutely take you into a whole new stratosphere. Honestly, it will. So I hope you found that useful. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. Thank you for tuning in.